Welcome back guys to day 12 of the winter bulk, and today it's arms and shoulders. I like to start off this workout with triceps because that's one of my biggest weak points right now, and it's always been, so I started with the dips here. I did close grip benching before I started posting these videos, but I switched over to dips because I feel I can hit my triceps more and my chest less, and also when I'm benching on the day before, I feel like I want to be able to recover from the benching, so yeah, that's why I do these dips. And if you guys also are trying to hit triceps when you're doing dips, try to stay a lot more upright compared to like bent over, because then you switch over most of the attention to the triceps rather than the chest. And also try to focus on actually bending and extending the arm rather than like going down and up, because that's more chest and extending the arm is like more triceps. But yeah, after when the triceps are done doing the dips, I like to switch over to the first shoulder exercise, which here is the seated Smith machine shoulder press. It's actually one of my favorite front tilt exercises. And it's also an exercise Kevin Levrone did, and he also had one of the best shoulders ever in bodybuilding. So if he did it, then it must be good. And also, you need to hit your front delts because they won't get overdeveloped unless you like blast steroids or something. So yeah, don't skip them just because you do a lot of pushing movements. They won't get overdeveloped, I promise you. This tricep pushdown here, no, rather a tricep extension. Because before I did push downs and I used the whole stack and I felt like I didn't progress. I just moved the weight around and pushed it down. But once I lowered the weight and lowered the ego and focused on the form and actually tried to extend the arm rather than just push down the weight, I felt like I did a lot more gains. Like my tricep got bigger and actually stronger also. So yeah, tip for you guys if you are like stuck or hit a plateau on your triceps. Try to focus on the form and try to extend the arm, go like an arc rather than just pushing it down like a dip. Then as the last tricep exercise, I also like to do an overhead extension, and I like to do it with a rope to like take my arms apart from each other. And the reason I like to do this one is because I want to hit the tricep from as many angles as possible, and also I believe Jeff Nippard said they produce like 40% more growth or something. I don't know if that's actually true, but yeah, if he says it's true, then it might be. Just I don't want to risk missing out any gains. But yeah, once the triceps are done, I like to move on to the last two shoulder exercises, which here is the lateral raises with a cable. I like to do the cable because I can raise it up to around hip height, so I get like a 90-degree angle and get the most tension during the stretch position. And that way I feel like I'm more connection, I get better mind muscle connection, and also it's the stretch position that's the most important to have tension in to get good growth. Then as the last shoulder exercise, it's this reverse back deck fly. I like to do this one rather than like face pulls or something, because I feel like I get a much greater connection and I feel a lot more stable doing this one. And here I like to do pretty high rep sets, around 8 to 12 reps. I really try to focus to have good form. And when doing this, try not to go too far back, because then you will switch over the tension from the rear delt to like the mid back and rhomboids, because they're much stronger at that position than they're much stronger than the rear delts in that position. Then it's time for the last bicep exercise. I actually forgot to record the E-Spark curls, but yeah, that's the bicep exercise I do before this one, which is the preacher dumbbell curl. Here I like to do a more higher rep sets with lower weight and actually try to control the form to both increase the growth and minimize the injury risk. So if you guys also want to try out this exercise, lower the weight, lower the ego, control the weight, control the form, and slow down and do higher reps. That way you'll get better growth, better form, and you will not tear off your biceps, which I believe we all have seen those horrendous videos, horrible videos, disgusting videos of people tearing off their bicep and look so painful, and yeah, you don't want to do that. So yeah, do higher reps, but don't be afraid to go to failure. But yeah, just be careful, use good form. So that was everything for today's workout, and as you guys probably noticed, I did a lot more commentary today than I ever done before, and especially compared to the last videos. And this is something I want to try out to you guys, so you guys can get to know me a lot better, and I can actually give you some advice and so you know how I think about training. But yeah, thank you for watching.